G'day, welcome to Crossing the Line, where we review everything that happened on the weekend. Well, we don't really review everything, but we try and talk about it, and we try and find you a winner. Looking ahead, Nick Berney, Luke Marlow with me at our local. You're back, Berney.
I'm back. Hello to you, Stenos, Marlow. You know what? I had a lot of
clapping yourself.
Yeah, I had a lot of soul searching the past couple of weeks. Put a lot of effort into last week's AFL game. We got the chocolates. I'm happy to be back. But more importantly, the bloke to my left, talk about social media superstar over the weekend. You were up and about.
Well, hello to you, gentlemen. It wasn't about me. It was more where I was, guys. I've just come back from a golf trip down in Tassie at Barnbougle. If there are any golfers out there would be familiar with it. It's the best joint on earth. No misses, limited phone reception, blokes, sports bar, golf for 3 days, watching the races, watching the footy, and drinking enough to kill an army. So it was good fun.
They do, and you know, we can turn this into an advert for if the team from Barnbougle want to get us down there, happy to. But there's a full tab there, isn't there? You can watch the races and
it's unreal. Sports bar. So you're basically looking out over the first. There's two courses. The Lost Farm is where the sports bar is. And it's just a beautiful setting to have 20. I nursed Dave. I'm a little bit of a skinnier bloke, and I played the smart game. I didn't start before midday, unlike the rest of the lunatics who at 6 a.m. at the airport they're already throwing them back. So I paced my run and
you would have caught up quick though.
Yeah, his Snapchat would say different though.
Yeah, you would have caught up very quick.
How do you quickly go on the golf clubs?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Army golf.
Yeah,
left, right. No good. No good whatsoever. Well, but I would enjoy the experience. But see, I'd be more interested, not even playing. I'd be just quite happy to probably not drive the cart. Probably just sit in the cart.
No carts.
Oh, no carts.
No carts.
Oh, I can see us when you get back at the sports bar. I'll make sure there's a table. Everything would be sweet.
Well, we played 58 holes in 3 days, so I don't know if you can probably get round DS.
No, I don't think I would.
You'd go shin saw.
I'd go shin saw, the chafe.
There'd
be a limp, bit of gout. As I said, I'm quite happy though. I can get everything sorted table-wise. I can do the after golf activities. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Speaking of after races activities, I see there's no better place on earth like the Gold Coast. And what we saw with the Hollandale on the weekend, Pride of Jenni, out in front, rolling along. There's that point where you think, oh, she's gashed, she's gone, and she just continues to find. It's extraordinary.
Did you think the bird was going to get her
I
at the
did
200?
for a moment, I did. But then it's just like she just finds and kicks again.
Well, listening to Declan Bates, he said he just knew she was on as well, and the market certainly did. She was off the map in the last minute, so they just wanted to come for her. You're right, she just, that typical, she was back to her best. I think 1800 is actually probably her pet distance. Like the 2,000 metres, yes, we saw her win the Queen Elizabeth a couple of years back, but the 1,600 maybe too short. So, yep, too good. Thought it was a great ride, and it was good to see her winning again, Marlon.
Nothing to whinge about this week, Tony, eh? Good to see her back in winning form. Look, it was just great to see her back winning, guys. She's fantastic for racing. She's 9 in August, and the way she races, I think she's one of the toughest horses I've ever seen. The way she really empties the tank every time she races, and I think Bernie's right, 1800 is just perfect. When she's at the mile, she finds it harder to break away because she's not lost her early speed because she was a long way in front of the turn in that race, but just the first 200 metres she does take that little bit longer to get into her stride now, I think it's fair to say, but she's just fantastic. Love watching her race, love what she does for racing. And Declan just rode her an absolute treat.
And they shouted the bar too. So I wonder if that will continue as she continues on with her campaign. But great stuff with Pride of Jenni. You touched on Adelaide as well before. We had the Goodwood, Desert Lightning getting it in an absolute pimple. The second filly though, Extra Galactic, she's a beauty for Trev Membens and also Luke Cartwright. But yeah, 14 years since Black Caviar won the Goodwood.
It's been 14
years since Moody and Nolan. I was going to say Moody Coleman, but obviously that's Catherine's first Group 1-2 in Adelaide.
And it's one of those horses where you know that jockey and horse when they have that combination together, because you saw Luke Nolan, he just pulled the stick through to the left hand and knew that's exactly how he had to ride Desert Lightning, just kept responding there. Second up, that's the profile for rain-affected ground. And yep, too good. I reckon there was a black booker there, Recon. I think it's a nice horse. I think Recon's a nice horse. It's come back improved, so maybe put that in your black book.
So, Athanatos wins the coast at Gosford, and you found a black booker from it, Luke?
Zambardo DS.
Beautiful.
I thought he was a lovely run back in the field. He had 59 on his back. He drew barrier 10 of 11. And carrying that weight, you know, not his track, Gosford, short straight. He's a horse that was just too far back to win the race, but there's something there for him.
Okay.
Whether he goes to Brisbane or not, I want to back him next start.
No one wanted to. The good judges on the radio and TV weren't really keen on Athanatos. In fact, the only bloke, I'll give him a rap, Vince Accardi. Now, if you've heard the radio on Friday, he comes like, oh, hey, you know, ooh, he's like, he gets excited. That was the worst Vince Accardi impersonation ever. But he pretty much declared it. He said, they will not beat this horse.
Yeah, well done. Well done to Vince.
Athanatos.
What about the ride too? They went at
Can
such a slow pace. Kerry McAvoy bang straight in the perfect position. Roddy Giller went to come out. I agree with you, Zambardo, though. It's first 2 runs, snag. Ran second to Via Sustina on a wet track last prep test.
Ooh.
If there's any rain, precipitation.
Precipitation, righto. So you're suggesting a Brisbane campaign look out?
I don't know where it goes,
Zambardo.
actually. I don't know what the race is for it.
Okay. So, we talk about Queensland then. Now we've got our fantasy draft stable stars. Well, the Queensland Winter Racing stable results. So this is where we picked horses that we created a team off the back of the PNG news with the Rugby League, you know, building your dream team. We picked a jockey and a trainer. So you can see our stables up on screen. Yep. So we've got Birdman, which picked up 2. Marlow, you had J-Mac. So obviously every time J-Mac won a Group 1 or a group race, you get 3 points. 2 points for second, so it's only the group races. Yep. Obviously, Tony Gollan ran 3rd there. I had Mar, which picked up 3, Birdman 2, and you had She's a Hustler Nick and Waller 5. So it's 5, 6, 9. Now, I know that you just want to tee off here and say, well, Stanley, you're already behind. But I've tried to play a bit of a game here about, well, I know Grafter Burners is going to be in the 10,000. I think it's going to run a big race. And I need your brother-in-law to just firstly get to Queensland, because he rode beautifully at Gosford, but is there any chance, Jace, you can just get on the plane? I'll book you some tickets. Can we get him up there? Like,
he'll be up there. He'll be up there. Is he up there this week? You'd have to be.
Well, I've got to double check this, because we do have Scone.
Scone, the Scone Carnival.
So Scone,
who's your first pick?
Scone included?
No, it's only Queensland.
Wow.
Geez, I've completely this up, haven't I? Seriously.
How would you feel if I told you that I worked on him behind the scenes and got him to change his plans? He actually had a full book in Brisbane at the weekend, and I said, Jace, just go right at Gosford,
stuff anything different.
Stuff that Stanley, jam it up
in. So, that's a look at the stable. You do need a replacement, though.
Yes.
Nick, so who are you going to, well, I shouldn't say this, but who are you going to put in hospital this week? Who's cursed? Who's cursed?
Go down that route. But I'm going to go Tim Clark. Yes, he's been riding, obviously, all the time for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. All their horses will be up on top of the speeds. I think they can just chip away, get me some points. Vauban will be going up there.
Yep.
And the other thing, he has had a couple of rides for Chris Waller as well. So I think he can keep just chipping away, get some points, and maybe win a big one.
So Tim Clark.
Hello, is that you, Tim? Yep. I just rang. Oh, he's just had a month off. He said, I can't do it. I'm going to take a month off. I don't want this bloke to stop me as well.
So Tim Clark goes in for Nick Berney to replace Angela Jones. And from everyone here at Crossing the Line, genuinely, I hope that she gets better, because
absolutely,
she, I think, was going to have a big winter carnival. Let's hope she has a big spring carnival.
Guys, highlights the dangers involved with the sport yet again. I mean, you know, you want to sit on your lounge chair and spray these jockeys. They're putting their life on the line every time they go out there. So, hope Ange heals up quickly there.
Speaking of which, gee, you've segued that perfectly, Marlow, because it's Warren of the Week time. But a little bit different this week. You've a couple of days away playing golf away from the better half. You're a bit relaxed, so no Warrens.
I'm super relaxed on the back of my weekend away, and I don't want to force it, Dave.
Okay.
You know, if I'm not just going to spray someone for no reason, I don't do that ever. So, yeah, no Warren of the Week this week. If our listeners have any suggestions they want to put in the comments, if someone's annoyed you or you've spotted something that you think is deserving of this week's Warren of the Week, please let us know. But
yeah, we'll read it out next week.
Nothing from me, boys.
What I want to get, and I've mentioned this a few times on radio, but I think this is an area where if you're on Instagram at the moment or the socials or watching on YouTube, I want to hear about friends in your punters clubs that have been the Warren. And this comes off the back of a mate of mine who's in a punters club, right? And they put a quaddie on every week.
Yes.
So the numbers, he was hounded for the numbers, right? I need the numbers, need the numbers, need the numbers. The person that hounded him was meant to put the bet on, didn't even put the quaddie on.
Don't tell me.
Lobbed.
And it's lobbed. Now, it hasn't paid a fortune, hasn't paid millions.
Doesn't matter.
But that is like, and so what's the punishment for that?
Oh, that's
Like, is that
your
a sin bin? Is it a you're gone
No,
forever?
I think that's a suspension from the Punters Club for a period of maybe a month or two, I think.
I was going to say a stern warning and then gone if it happens again.
See, he's
Just gone.
he's soft.
Just never again.
I'd just be.
That's
saying
very
that.
HR. That's a very sort of, we've got to follow. So maybe
But never allowed back. You can't make those mistakes twice.
maybe in the comments below, who's in your punters club have been a Warren? Who's made a blue like that? Or we had that one, a perfect example, at Wagga. What about this? So there was a punters club at Wagga, right, that was being conducted. Nothing to do with Sky. It was just a group of blokes. And so they've all put their, $50, $100 in. And it was $50 bets you had to have, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to this one gentleman and they've gone, righto, John, it's your bet. You've got to go and put the bet on. So he's gone over to the EBT with his 50 before race 3. He's come back. He's gone, righto, boys, we're on. I've just backed the Boston Red Sox to win.
Pardon?
And they went, what? What are you talking about? And he goes, oh, well, I've had my bet. I thought that's what we did because he wasn't a punter. He didn't really understand what was going on. So he's just taken the 50, put it on the Red Sox, and come back. These blokes are all just off their tree going, mate, the 50, you're meant to pick a horse in
Doesn't
this
it
race.
take like 6 hours to complete a game?
Mate, it's not even on. It's not. Baseball season it's like.
Oh, it's like later on.
Mate, it's like months away.
That's the best.
I think it started, but it's all about quick turnover on the horses. Like,
I tell you what, this has been good story time with Stanley.
Yeah,
This
I
week.
like it, Stanley.
Couple of beauties from nowhere. What about you?
Just my mind just goes in a different
Mate,
place.
this is why you need to reproduce and have the little ones so you can tell the stories at
Well,
night because the world needs
Punning stories.
Yeah.
Punning stories.
You'd be a wonderful father, DS.
I tell you
off the
what,
back of that.
if ever I do have kids, they'll know the colours very well of the greyhounds. They'll know all geography very well. Won't going to tell you much, but where's Angle Park? Righto. Accountability is what we're going to have a look at now. And I tell you what, after a little clip, he produced, Berney, he got the multi up this week. So, our multi last week, Marlow, you've got it written down there.
I do, DS. We got up.
Yep.
The multi's been going well on this show. We're in front for I think this is our 9th show, and we've landed a few, so it's been good. I had the Knights to cover the minus, which was never in doubt. Birdman to run a place for yourself, DS, and you had the Gold Coast Suns to cover
they
the
love
minus.
it up in Darwin. They love it up in
The
Darwin.
AFL bandit,
I know
very
it.
good to see.
Yeah.
So well played.
$6 around that, so we'll take that.
So,
Take the $6.
we're going to look at the 10,000. That will be one of our legs this week. So Doomben 10,000, bit of drama with obviously who's in and out of this field and whatnot, but and a few of the well-favoured runners have drawn sort of wide gates. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens with the weather too.
Yeah.
They were predicting a lot of rain, but that sort of dropped off now, maybe a few showers here and there. I think grafter burners,
Yeah.
I know the trial wasn't outstanding, but he doesn't trial like a jet all the time. He's got Zach on his back. I think the play here is grafter burners, and he's going to run a place, and that's my leg of the multi.
Zach on his back, ready to attack.
Zach on his back, ready to attack.
Stanley wins a stack. Hey,
Hey,
that's not bad.
why don't we do
yeah.
a children's book?
Well, grafter burners. I tell you who's a danger now that he's going to get a run, is Beedman.
Yes.
He went
Quick
well.
backup.
Oh, he went very well, guys, at the
Bit
Gold
of cut out of the
Coast.
ground too.
Cut
if
out of the
there is, yeah.
ground. The figures home were very good. Big closing figures. They actually didn't go as quick in that race as it looked to the eye. So for him to get up and win was nice turn of foot. I think J-Mac will climb on if Napoleonic doesn't make the field. That's what'll happen. J-Mac will climb on the beat.
Ridden with a little bit of cover.
You are a...
With a bit of
I
cover.
know,
not
I'm
sweet,
just
eh?
laughing. I'm just
You're just happy
laughing.
to be here?
I'm just happy to be here. I've got
It's
the
a chore
chuckle.
for me today, I'll give you the tip.
No, it's not. Never a chore.
Always a pleasure.
Are you going?
I think Devil Knight's big odds. It's the horse that...
That's my Arrowfield form.
I love that, yeah, but I thought Devil Knight was the run of that race.
Why are you looking for
When it-
our approval, DS? This is your leg. Just own it and say,
Well,
I
no,
like-
I've owned it already,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Tempted
just
form,
more, you know,
tempted form.
I'm just more absorbing, and then
Yeah.
I'll just sort of. But I'm locked in. I can't.
You've absorbed well, haven't
I've
you?
absorbed very, very well. I'm like the sham wow, you know.
the ShamWow.
Always dry.
He made a
Keep
fortune, that bloke, I
keep
think.
putting the moisture in, and I'm still dry. What's going on?
Unbelievable.
You go, how do we get this bloke?
Wow.
Sham wow.
Remember the old days when, like, your
be shamming
parents would
a
have
car.
no Foxtel at home, so you just have free to wear on. So you'd be sitting there as a young bloke. I'd be watching the adverts, and I just remember the ShamWow.
He'd come on
Mate, I was
every-
just
Big
amazed.
Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big Kev.
he'd come out and he'd show you all the ways to mop it up. Best ever. Come in handy,
So-
the old ShamWow.
So our multi first leg is going to be, of course, grafter burner. So grafter burner's leg one for me You're going to be looking at Scone because we've got
Yes.
a big double header at Scone. Starts Friday, rolls into, of course, Saturday. What do you like, mate?
Do you know there's been 563 nominations over Friday and Saturday?
Everyone just wants to get
Just
to Scone.
remarkable.
Big fields.
I'm going to go
Like
one.
Darren, 2 day backup,
Darren,
call
yeah.
on them.
I'm going to go confidentiality for a place.
Okay.
So I thought it was great there for last start behind compensation. We saw a win at Gosford on Saturday. Hit the line really well. I think this has been the plan the whole way through. 1,100 metres, the big track. They'll fan out. It's got the best acceleration. I think that the place. I'll be backing the win as well, but $3.
$3, okay, confidentiality.
Yeah.
This is a controversial question.
Yes, go on. We love those. Hit me.
Where does Scone rank in country racing carnivals? It's so hard, this,
Yeah.
because you're going to give someone the shits. But
Well-
where do you think it lands?
I feel like we've been to a few, right?
Yes.
Because of our job. And we're very lucky, but we still haven't seen it all, you know what I mean? Like, we've got a whole country. I've mainly been to only country carnivals in New South Wales and Queensland. I've been to no country carnivals in Victoria, so my opinion's pretty much based on where I've been. I like Scone because, again, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago with Wagga on. Scone, you really get the quality of horse there.
Yeah.
You know, we've had horses that have won Group 1s race at these 2 days down the track. So it's up there for me because you guys know I'm the horse lover. I love the quality animal. And you see that at Scone. I also love betting there because it's a beautiful, big, long straight. So it's up there for me. Remember Clearly Innocent?
I do, yeah.
He's an old favourite
yeah.
of mine. He won the Luskin Star on his way to winning a Stradbroke a few while ago now,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, 6 to 10 years, somewhere in that range. But
You've bought yourself
I think-
4 there.
yeah,
I love
but-
that. 6 to 10.
big range, yeah. Play it safety, yes, you know me.
I think just off the noms, like owners obviously want to be there, they love it. Trainers love it, and then punters, like I speak to anyone, they love betting at Scone.
They reckon
love
you
betting
could
at
take
Scone.
Double Bay and just put it in Scone.
A lot
Yeah.
of Sydney
A
people go.
lot of Sydney people
Yep.
go. Rangies. There's a lot of cash floating around. in
Cash.
Scone.
You've done your best up there a few times in that
I
marquee, the Darley marquee. You put
Well-
on a show, do you?
When we first started, and you can attest to this, you were so lucky to do what we do. And, you know, when someone invites you to go to a tent,
Yes.
a corporate
You
tent,
turn up.
with, unlimited tucker.
Well, the wage
and
was no
drinks.
good back then, DS. When we
No,
first started,
and-
you could barely pay your rent. So if you got a free hit,
Honestly,
you'd just cash in.
Marlow and I would just be and we'd make the most of it. It was dead set, like, you'd be leading one. It was just, you made the most of it there at Scone, and it's good fun, and I hope everyone has a great weekend up there
Yeah,
in
it'll be
Scone.
good.
Now, Rugby League. It is Magic Round. I
Yeah.
tell you what, if you are going to the races at Doomben on Saturday, I know the BRC have got a little special area where if you've got a Magic Round ticket, you can get in contact with them. You might even be able to get in at a lower rate or possibly for free. Double check that. But you can wear your jersey. So
Yeah,
if you're a Bronco supporter heading, well, you're obviously already be there, but if you're a New South Wales or Melbourne,
Yeah,
etc., wear your kit out, and then they're going to be running transport back into town to Magic Round. But for the fans, it is a great spectacle.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I want to do it. It just looks outstanding, just non-stop for a few days. Marl, have you been up there?
I haven't, and I'm desperate to get up there.
Yeah,
it does look great fun,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's an exciting time. Obviously, the Origin teams will be announced on the back of Magic Round, and can't wait for that as well, DS.
So it brings us to our number one racing experience for the fans. So Magic Round is so unique, as Gather Round is for the AFL, but we're all there in Brisbane watching all the games. So what would be the best fan experience for racing? Nick
I'll
Berney?
go the Everest there, yes.
It's a good day.
It's coming up to the 10th year of the Everest?
Wow.
That's gone quick, hasn't it?
That has gone. That's.
I think the race itself, Marlo, you love the quality of the animal.
Love
but gee, I've been to a few Everest now, and then the party's pretty good. There's a lot of people
Party
that
is good.
wouldn't usually go to the races, turn
No,
up there and look like they're having a
it's-
very good time. So
It's
I'll go the Everest.
it's just if you do get the chance to go, and if you are and say members or you're in a corporate area, just go for a wander into the Wink stand, into the GA with the real people. It is just
You got to buy tickets early.
mate, it's sensational.
Sights and sounds.
Sights and
Stanley,
sounds.
sights and sounds.
Sights and sounds.
Story time with Stanley on the back of Everest Day. Don't worry
Geez,
about that.
Everest Day, I'll be sitting there going, oh, well, it was 2000. Now, what about your best fan experience, Luke?
Oh, look, I probably would have nominated the Everest as well, but this year we had a lot of fun Flemington for Cup Week. And it's more that real traditional carnival, guys. It's been there forever. The Everest, I think, is the new fresh blood, and it's attracting new eyes to the sport, which is awesome. And we're based here in Sydney, and we love that as well. So, but yeah, I had a really good time down there this year. Weather wasn't great, so I want to have another crack next year. For one of the days, it was Armageddon, but we were there, Bernie, and it was great fun. Loved it. Quality of racing. What are you laughing at, you idiot?
No, I'm just
I'm not allowed to have my
laughing
say.
at him.
I'm thinking about the memories with the Marlow.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes.
I did carry on a bit.
It was good.
But it's a good week, guys. Fun. It's fun. Yeah, you got to pace yourself. If you're there for the whole week, some can't last.
What about when I dropped me cash down the back of the thing in the hotel?
That was a strip out. It was a monkey, wasn't it? 500.
I thought it was a bit more, actually.
It was anyway. I can tell you that mine is going to be either Magic Millions. Yeah, it will be Magic Millions. I'm going to say Magic Millions because summer, Gold Coast,
You're
a
at a
week of
space.
festivities. Darwin, I've got to get you boys up to Darwin. Mate.
Yeah.
There's something about it because it's cold.
It's a good one.
here.
How'd you go on the heat?
Haven't been.
Oh, sensational because it's not super hot.
Just sticky.
No, not really.
Oh,
it's like a
okay.
dry. It's like a
Yeah.
you know.
I can't.
Good
believe-
heat.
This is what a fraud this
honestly.
bloke is.
Yeah.
He's a fraud.
How am I a fraud?
You're nominating the Gold Coast. There was one year it was that hot. You walked on the course,
This is
walked
true.
on the course, and you just went, "No, I can't do it, boys." And you went home. He went home. Magic Millions Day.
is
He
very
didn't
good.
see a race. He turned on his heel, did the U-turn, and went back to the hotel room in the aircon. You were busted. You just couldn't cope.
I went home. Well, I've been working all week at the sales. I went home. I got just
Bottle of
sat
wine,
there.
wasn't it? And
I
just
think
stick
I
back.
got on the white, and just away we go.
Punted.
Punted, and I had a win, and then met them all afterwards.
And you were refreshed.
But I like the week though. It's good to be up on
It's
the
a
Gold
good
Coast
week.
and Darwin. They're the two.
Yeah, I'll
so for
cop-
the fans, our fans out there.
I've never heard.
Sometimes the heat. Oh,
What do
the
you
suit and the heats come sometimes no good. For
Not
a
even
bigger
one
bloke
bet.
too.
You just said this is not for me, and just
No,
you
I dead set walked in. Yeah, and I just turned around. But that wasn't because it was no good. I just was like, no, I just want to be in the cool.
You're
in
under
the, in the
pressure.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
I was overheating. The poor old car. I was like, go home. So you've thrown me there with that one, but that's a beauty from you, Marlo.
Love that,
You
yes.
need your NRL multi of the week.
Yeah, guys, I like the Dolphins. Magic Round, they'll be up and about. I really think it's starting to come together for them. Nicarima was good last week. He was dangerous. You know, the Hammer had a quiet week. He had a quiet game last week, and they still scored a heap of points. I know stats would say they aren't the best attacking team in the comp purely off the numbers. I think Penrith are still there as the most points scored in the NRL this season, but the Dolphins are the best attacking team in the comp, in my view, on their day. So I think they can get Souths. They're favourites to win that game. I really think Magic Round, the occasion is big. They'll have a lot of fans there. I like the Dolphins head-to-head, boys, as good as Souths are playing.
So we've got confidentiality, Souths, and grafter burners.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, I should say. So confidentiality.
Give us your best Dolphin.
No, I can't do that.
Come on, Stanley, one time.
No, I can't.
Come on, you're up there.
How do you do it? Please.
Fins up, DS. Let's go to the Dolphins.
So
Let's go.
we've got confidentiality to
Place.
run a place.
Yep.
So he's learned.
Yeah.
We've got Dolphins to win head-to-head, and we're going grafter burners to run a place. That's the multi. All right, now a hill to die on, Nick Berney.
Oh, thank you, Stanos.
What is your hill?
My hill is St. Gothard is Chris Waller's best 2-year-old. So, in terms of status and ratings, obviously he's a couple of lengths below the Group 1 winners in Campione d'Italia and Fireball. Their form's very exposed.
Yes.
But the term X Factor, it will be used for St. Goddard, and I think he's got triple X Factor DS. He's shown he's adaptable, he can accelerate, he's got the closing speed, but everything in his action tells me next preparation, we're going to see a more mature horse, and I think it's look out for the Golden Rose. So I think he is Chris Waller's best 2-year-old. I think he's above the other ones that have already won the Group 1.
I reckon look out Everest.
Or the old 3-year-old.
Whoa, whoa,
So you're with
whoa,
me.
Back.
No, I don't think he will beat Kane Rising, but Coolmore will have the spot. We've seen how good 3-year-olds go at Tab Everest.
You've got to look for something different.
You're not just going to pick the old same beaten brigade. And Tim Ryan did say that the next episode and St. Gothard had both had a little bit of support, because I think people are like,
A guest house probably.
yeah, and
Something
guest
there.
houses because like people are like, well, where do we go?
Mate, I'm just going to try and back a winner tomorrow, let alone in October, you blokes.
Oh, 100%. I'm with you too. Have a great weekend, gentlemen.
Another elite
you,
show,
mate.
Stanley.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.